So this campground is just beautiful. We are for sure gonna enjoy our time here. I'm just getting out for an early morning stroll. Sun's just coming up on the water. You can see that behind me. The trees are beautiful, the landscaping is amazing. Wildlife, birds, it's all here, and we are really excited about this.
1, 2.
Good morning. This is Manatee Hammock Campground in Titusville, Florida. We got in last night well after dark, pretty late, so we just got focused on getting into the campsite and getting hooked up. And so this morning I'm getting out here to bring you all an update from Manatee Hammock Campground. This one is one that's been on our bucket list for a while, so we're pretty excited to get a chance to take you around and show you this amazing campsite on Florida's Space Coast.
Manatee Hammock Campground is located in Titusville, Florida, along Florida's highly acclaimed Space Coast. Run by Brevard County Parks and Rec, this 26-acre campground is set among quiet hammocks of pines, palms, and foliage, which provide shelter for squirrels, birds, lizards, and many other native species. The previously private campground, situated on the banks of the Indian River, was acquired by Brevard County in 1993 through the Trust for Public Lands. Since the acquisition over 30 years ago, the county has steadily worked to improve amenities such as renovating the bathrooms and showers, resurfacing the pool, and adding a picnic pavilion. Today, over 40,000 visitors a year come to Manatee Hammock to enjoy this amazing hidden gem. Stay tuned as we give you a tour of the campsites, facilities, activities, and much, much more.
So I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear me on this video or not, but the scenery is just amazing here. And one of the things we've heard about Manatee Hammock Campground is that from the beach back there and this pier here, you can actually watch rocket launches from Cape Canaveral. So this week there is one scheduled, weather permitting, and we just don't know what the weather will be, but we're pretty excited to get that opportunity. That's been a bucket list for me for a long time, catching a rocket launch. And again, there's one scheduled this week, so if everything works out and the weather permits, we will be here. And but just even if we don't, just amazing, beautiful scenery. The sun is just coming up across the water, and it's very peaceful and quiet. It's just me and the birds right now. A few other campers are up and about, but it's super quiet, super peaceful.
As the morning sun rises over the Indian River, you may catch sight of wading birds, turtles, and even horseshoe crabs as you stroll about the beautifully landscaped campground at Manatee Hammock. In fact, we even saw a couple pods of dolphins swimming up and down the river in the evenings. The amenities at Manatee Hammock are really nice. The swimming pool with its lovely paver stone deck and sparkling blue water is perfect for cooling off on hot Florida afternoons. So bring a good book, plenty of sunscreen, your pool floaties, and an ice-cold drink to while away an hour or two in the resort-like setting. Adjacent to the pool is a very nicely air-conditioned rec hall with an air hockey table, loads of books, and jigsaw puzzles galore. Also next to the pool, campers will find a brand new pickleball court and a 2-lane shuffleboard court. You can pick up the pickleball and shuffleboard supplies at the camp store. Just remember to have cash, as you need to leave a fully refundable cash deposit in order to borrow the equipment. There is a sand beach for sunbathing, but it does not connect to the water, so really not a swimming beach. And for your 4-legged friends, there is a very large fenced dog area set right on the shoreline with views of the river and Cape Canaveral beyond. Manatee Hammock has a total of 182 campsites, 163 RV sites with water, electric, and sewer, and another 19 campsites with water and electric only. The RV sites are equipped with 50 and 30 amp electric, water, sewer hookups, and a picnic table. There are no campfire rings, so you would need to bring your own fire pit or solo stove. Most sites were composed of hard-packed sand and grass, and not all sites are very level. Our site did have a challenge in that the sewer hoses had to travel uphill to reach the drain. When we first arrived, it was a weekend night, and the campground was quite crowded. With almost 200 campsites in just under 27 acres, we were a bit nervous about driving our 42-foot fifth wheel through the campground to our site, but we made it through okay. Across from us was a row of empty sites, which certainly made it much easier to get our rig situated in the site. As you'll see, driving around the loops, the sites are generally shady, but there are a few with partial or full sun. The lush tropical landscaping does give each site a good amount of privacy. Manatee Hammock Campground allows campers to stay on site for up to 90 days, so there are certainly some folks with a lot of vehicles and camping supplies set up on some sites. Manatee Hammock is also within 15 minutes of several stores like Walmart and Publix, as well as being near to several local and fast food restaurants. It is definitely conveniently located for stocking up on supplies or taking a break from grilling out. Anytime you are camping in Florida, you will need to be aware of how quickly the weather can change. As a rule, always retract your awnings anytime you are leaving the rig and pay attention to local weather conditions. One afternoon, high winds and tropical storm warnings prompted us to go seek shelter in the park storm shelter for a little while. Better safe than sorry. Overall, the park is a peaceful oasis of pines and palms, shading campers while cool afternoon breezes blow in off the water. Luscious green spaces, plenty of picnic benches, a sandy beach, and lovely pier make this a great spot to camp and relax. There are plenty of opportunities for walking and biking on the roads within the campground, as well as kayaking and stand-up paddling in the river and cove surrounding the 2-acre park. The true highlight of Manatee Campground Park is its proximity to Kennedy Space Center. If you head north from the campground and cross the NASA Causeway, you will find yourself on Cape Canaveral in under 15 minutes. Locals often come to Manatee Hammock to catch a rocket launch because it is located less than 15 miles from Launch Pad 39B and offers a clear, unobstructed viewpoint for the amazing launches. If a launch is scheduled during your visit, grab your lawn chair and cooler and head down to the shoreline. You will see folks setting up in this prime viewing location, either sitting on the sandy beach or out along the wooden fishing pier. During our stay, NASA had scheduled a launch of the Falcon Heavy rocket. But unfortunately for us, the launch did not happen when we were at the campground. But that's just a good reason to come back and visit this Florida hidden gem again next time we are down that way.
Okay, so it's our last morning at Manatee Hammock Campground.
Yep.
And we are packing it up and getting ready to move out. So what are your final thoughts, the good and the bad of this place?
It's very tropical and lush. They do a good job with that. Not super private, a little private, but we didn't really have neighbors for most of the week, but I can see as it's filling in that it would be feel much less private and more packed than that. I didn't really go into the bathhouses or anything else.
Not great.
And there's a little beach here, which is nice. A nice dock on the Indian River. That's really nice. There's not a ton of paths. You can just keep walking the loop, but at least it's walkable and everything. The not level sites at all, and plumbing doesn't drain uphill.
Yeah.
So other than that, there's not really very much to do, but it's good. It's fine. It's a little shady, and if I had to be in this area again, I guess I would stay if I didn't.
Right.
But I think I'd like to see the other campgrounds in this area
I've
first.
heard Jetty Park is pretty good.
It's hard to get into.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, I liked the park. I think that it's not like a state park, so there's not all the nice hiking trails and other things to do. But it's pretty. I know at one point we were taking a walk here, like, this vista looks like Hawaii, and I agree. It looked to me like Magnum PI was filmed there. So it was really pretty from that standpoint. It is pretty crowded for the size of the park. I think there's more than 150 sites, and some of them are right on top of each other. So again, we're here and it was never too crowded, but I could see, like, maybe on a holiday weekend it would be really packed in here. And honestly, getting your rig in and out on a weekend when there's double and triple cars parked everywhere, it would be super dangerous. So but I think the pool was really nice. I think the shuffleboard court and the pickleball were super nice.
Those are new and
very new and
nice. There's
nice.
no playground that I know of for
I don't think so.
kids, but there is a pool. It's not huge, but it's nice and well taken care of. And there's laundry facilities. They're pretty old, but they function. So yeah.
And then, we were really hoping to get to watch a rocket launch while we were staying here. They made 3 attempts and they scrubbed it 3 times, so we're out of luck. If we're down on the Space Coast again, we'll either try here or that Jetty Park, and try to catch a launch that time. So it's a bummer, but you can't do anything about it except try again.
Yep.
Okay, folks, if you liked this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us with YouTube. And come back next week to catch us on the road again.
My own web show, my own web show. Everybody wanna know my own web show, my own web show, my own web show. How will it go? My own web show, my own web show, my own web